Hardest part is waking up in prison knowing that you're alive, but you're not free.
You never know what could happen to you. You could be waking up on the good side of the bed, somebody else wake up on that bad side, and it could go up from there. You feel me? You could be on your own route, but then somebody on their route and mess up your route. You feel me? So you never know what happened. That's.
And look how young he is. Welcome to another episode, everyone. These individuals, all very young, are serving a life sentence in prison. Listen to their crimes and what they're going through. This is prison right here that you're looking at, the actual prison, the actual yard where I did many years at, and where many people are doing many years at. And some of you, if you don't listen to these individuals and stay free and be careful.
It'll really be messing me up for real.
All right. So good morning, everybody. How y'all feel?
Good morning.
I mean, how y'all doing? So y'all heard a little bit about the segment, the generational effects of criminal decisions. I just wanted to start real quick with some of the youngsters. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Marcellus Willie. I've been down for 2 years. I got sentenced to 22 to life with parole. Just hoping to get back.
Next.
My name is Armani Hall. I've been sentenced to 25 to life. I've been down 2 years. I'm going on 3 years.
My name is Raheem Mills. I got LWAP. I've been down 5 years.
My name is Christian Hall.
LWAP, for those who do not know, stands for life without parole. Life without the possibility of parole. We call that the LWAP. So the young dude been down 5 years, has life without parole. The other two former gentlemen have life sentences. Been down, both of them been down 2 years. One has 22 to life, one has 25 years to life. And as you can see, they're all extremely young and just got locked up. They're just starting this miserable, horrific journey of spending decades behind prison fighting for their freedom with a life sentence.
I've been sentenced to 31 to life. I currently been down 4 years.
My name's Alex Smith. They sentenced me in 25 to life. I've been out for 3 and better days be on the way.
I'm gonna come to y'all in a minute. So real quick, I wanted to talk to y'all, and anybody can just speak up and say it. So how do y'all feel now that y'all know that y'all in prison at a young age? How do you feel about that?
Shoot, it's not a good feeling. As a black man, I shouldn't even be in here right now. Should be on my way to the NFL right now. This ain't the lifestyle. This ain't the lifestyle I want for my young people out there. It don't matter if you black or not. It's not the place to be.
And then my boy Christian back there. Hey man, tell them the story. Y'all brothers. Let them know y'all brothers.
This is my blood little brother right here. So I hate being in this situation with him. You know, it's like we in a negative environment. So like I try not to be on a negative tip because I know he gonna follow suit. But you know, we in a negative environment, and like for me, I really hate it because I had a son since I've been in jail. You know, I ain't been able to hold him yet. That's like real messed up for me. Think about it all the time.
All right, good. And for you, hey, so what do you?
Okay, so the young dude, he for sure is a member. He gang bangs. You see the way he's standing and looking and talking. The dude's brother. That's okay. He's young. He's just starting his journey. He'll grow out of this. You know, with a life sentence at that age, you know, you're very young. You're going to be tough going in there until you feel everything out. But isn't there some two brothers, blood brothers? Both have life sentences, both on the same yard. I'm sure they're in the cell together. Two brothers, man. This is not what you want for yourself and your brother, right? This is not what you want. A life sentence in prison, sitting in a cell with your brother, eating top ramens for the rest of your life? No. Think before you act.
I think the hardest part is waking up in prison knowing that you're alive, but you're not free.
It's just like, bro, it's just like, you never know what could happen to you. You could be waking up on the good side of the bed, somebody else wake up on that bad side, and it could go up from there. You feel me? You could be on your own route, but then somebody on their route and mess up your route. You feel me? So you never know what happened. That's what really be messing me up for real.
All right. And how has your journey been in prison? You got life without.
And this is what I've said many times, of course, here on my channel, that you can be doing the right thing, minding your own business, trying to go home, and then someone else does something and you have to end up getting involved in it, even though you don't want to be involved. You've done nothing. You want no parts of this nonsense that he went off and got himself involved in. But now you're involved in it, whether you want to be or not. Or, as he said, someone wakes up on the wrong side of the bed One morning you're walking a child, you're walking a breakfast, and you don't even look at him wrong. You just walk by him and he decides to attack you, to go off because of a bad letter that he got or what have you. This is the sort of stuff that happens in prison. It's unpredictable and it's precarious, and this is why you must stay free.
So I identify with you straight up.
So me, I just try to stay out the way, mind my own business. You feel me? So that I may sometime in the future turn my situation around because there's hope nowadays. So I'm doing what I got to do to get out. You feel me?
All right. And for you, the last question is, what's one thing you're gonna do since you were in prison to better yourself to make it out?
Sure, man. Just dedicate myself, doing good, go to class, working and stuff like that. And, stay out the way so I can go home to my family.
All right, for sure. And then real quick, I want to show something with the elders of those who've been in prison long enough. I'm gonna let y'all introduce yourselves.
My name is Jimmy McLeod. I've been in prison 36 years. I got life without.
Let's get it going.
My name is Tabiti Selene Wilson. I've been in prison 26 years, incarcerated with life without.
My name is Edward Marshall. I've been in prison 39 years. I got 25 to life.
All right. And since y'all been
36 years, 26 years, and whatever the hell, he's 29 years or 39 years. They both got life without. He has 25 years to life. But, so you think, life without, well, yeah, that's why he's been locked up 36 years. He has life without the possibility of parole. He's never going home. Well, this individual has 25 years to life, which means you're supposed to serve the number in front of the life sentence. If you have 50 years to life, you're supposed to serve the 50 years, and then you can get out. You can go home, or they can keep you there up to life. If you have 10 years to life, you serve the 10 years, and then you're eligible to go home. Or they can keep you there up to life. They keep sending you back to the parole board every 3 to 5 years and parole you eventually. So with 25 years to life, he should have been home a long time ago. But once you get that life sentence on you, there are no guarantees. He's been locked up 39 years, but he has 25 years to life. He should have been home 14 years ago. Now, he could have been in there getting into trouble or what have you. I don't know. But I'm just saying, once you get that kind of time, you're probably stuck. Don't do it.
in prison, what has been the experience? Y'all came in same age as them, right? And now y'all still here.
So my experience so far has been like, I came in as a gang member, so it was violent back then, real violent. So it's been a lot of hardship for me, and but today I've changed myself. So in the last 5 years, I have become hopeful instead of hopeless.
Yeah.
Kind of similar. I came in '99. It was a much different atmosphere.
Yes,
also,
sir.
I was gang related, heavily involved. Found myself in and out of the SHU. Over these last 7 years, though, I've been working on myself. Really just focused on just building myself into the person that my mother always wanted me to be. So now, you know what I'm saying, I'm not only have I worked on me, I'm trying to help other people work on themselves as well.
So my question to you would be, where do you think your narrative played in harming the younger generation now that you're older? Your actions.
Well, being that I'm an ex-gang member, you know what I'm saying, I think me gang banging, they took up what other people was doing, and I played a part in it as far as gang banging, selling drugs, and stuff like that.
All right. And for y'all that's been down this long, what would y'all tell them, youngsters coming in prison right now who have life without in life, what would y'all advise them to do?
I would advise you, any youngster out there today that's headed towards where we headed, I would advise them to not get involved in this stuff, because whether you realize it or not, you take away from not just yourself, but your family. You take away from the community. You're hurting the victim family.
And we are all extremely poetic there in prison. You know, we all have revelations, and we all come to these realizations once we get in there. Now, and some people stick with it and they're genuine about that. And then some people get out, come home, and forget about everything that they went through in there, forget about this right here. These things that they're saying in that moment of misery, they forget it once they come out to elation. But you have to remember this in order to stay out of it.
taken away from them. So today I would just say education is the key.
So for me, I would say take advantage of the opportunities that y'all got. Speaking of y'all that's in here right now, we didn't have these opportunities. There wasn't no education. There wasn't no self-help program. It was just violence. That's all we had. We didn't have no outlet. Y'all got an outlet now. They coming in with programs like Between the Lines. You got a million self-help programs on this yard. Things that to help you engage your mind. Take full advantage of that. You don't got to sit up here 26 years, 36 years, 39 years. You ain't got to do that type of time no more. It's on you. The onus on you. What you put in, you gonna get back. You ain't got to sit up in here no dub. You ain't got to sit up in here 15 years. Yes. Work yourself up out of here.
All right, then.
Yeah, I wish they had the YOP program when I came. They didn't have it, right? So I was like, give me a flag and a knife and let me do my thing, right? So you see, I had 25 life, 39 years, I still sit here. You know what I'm saying? Because of my actions earlier in the program, right? But now I got my shit together.
Well, that's what I just said. Unless he was getting into trouble up in there, and that's what he said. That's exactly what he was doing. He was getting into trouble when he first came in. He said, give me my knife and give me my flag, because they didn't have all of these different programs in prison that they have now to so-called somewhat try to rehabilitate you. And they have different programs now. Mental health programs, trade programs, school programs, anger management programs, etc., to help you work on yourself and build yourself as a person, as a man, as a human being, as a woman, for those women who are behind bars. And some of these individuals are now, fortunately, taking advantage of this. And what he's telling the younger individual there next to him is that when he came in, they didn't have these programs. So he had to get his knife and his flag and just gang bang. But now you have these programs inside of prison when you youngsters are coming in here, as young as you all are, with a life sentence. You can take advantage of these programs and work yourself home. You don't have to come pick up a knife and start gang banging in prison. Even at a young age, now with these programs that they have, you can work yourself into these programs and work yourself back home. But you have to start now. You have to start early in that vein.
I'm trying to be a productive citizen for society, so I get out there and give back to the community.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say I thank y'all too, because I feel like I'm the middle generation real quick. I've been in prison 15 years. I came in looking like that, young, and I'm like in the middle, headed in this direction right now. And I really thank you guys, everybody, for participating in this. And yeah, I want to clap it up for y'all. And good looking, you know? All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So what you guys just experienced and just seen was literally the generational side effects of criminal decisions. You see, you come into prison when you're 19, 20, 21, and you thinking you're gonna be young forever, not knowing one day you're gonna hit 30, you're gonna hit 40, and guess what? You still gonna be here on the yard. And I can say that for me, from my experiences, I thought about next week and tomorrow, but I never thought about the future. You know, I had that low self-esteem, low value on life, and unfortunately I'm still here, and I really see the effects. Because time waits for nobody. Not only you getting older, but life is still going on out there. Your parents is getting older. People start to move on. And what I would tell the youngsters out there is don't sell your life, away for 5 hot summers on the streets. Because once you come up in here and really recognize you got that life sentence, you're gonna really regret it. And even after you regret it and transform and build yourself up, you're still gonna be here. And that's why I'm real big on Amanda Seals and how she...
And that's true. And what he's saying is absolutely correct, accurate, and spot on. Everything that he's saying, you don't really look at the beginning, or you don't really look at the end. You only look at the beginning of decisions. I have encouraged you all, and will continue to encourage you all to look at the ending of a decision and not just the beginning. It's not how you start, it is how you finish. So in the beginning, the decision to rob the bank, to rob the dope house, to beat up this woman, to unalive this person seems like the right decision in the beginning. But you must look at the end result. What is the potential possible ending to this decision? not the beginning of the decision, but the ending of it. And it's true. Again, and when you get behind these walls, you become very eloquent, articulate, and poetic, as this individual here is. Been in there 15 years. And he said he's heading in the direction of those individuals that have been in there 39 and 36 years and such. So apparently he has a life sentence as well with no end in sight. And, if you don't, as he said, you can end up there young, build yourself up, transform yourself into a potential, productive member of society. And you'll never have a chance to exercise that because they still won't let you out. They won't believe necessarily in the transformation, even though it can be an authentic one. The only remedy, people, is to stay out of here, because if you get in there, you can have hell getting out. And there is the possibility, of course, that you may never get out of prison. Count your blessings.
He really helped me in transforming myself to help me to understand emotional intelligence and emotional literacy, right? Because how I look at it is that a lot of people talk about being mentally incarcerated, right? But there's a step that's actually before that, and it's being emotionally incarcerated. Because at all times we feel something. How you feel is how you think, then words and then actions. When I was growing up, I didn't have an emotional vocabulary. I didn't know how to say I was ashamed. I felt embarrassed. I was chagrining. I didn't know how to say I felt inferior. All I knew how to do is project and use my negative coping tools. And that's one of the main reasons that I feel like Amanda Seals, her brand and her education is very much needed back here, because technically we're socially dead back here. We're not alive technically, but we very much are. We're not invisible. And I feel like Amanda Seals, if you can, I would like to hold space and merge our communities together and build something around like truth and justice, rebuilding behind bars, so we can start breaking these cycles. For me, I think that's just a euphemism for generational curse. In order to break these generational curses, we need to start generational healing. And I believe that's what we can do back here. And I must also admit and say I would like to get my book signed as well. So I really appreciate that. And on that note, I would really enjoy if you could come get this banner too as well, because they're gonna look at this as contraband and they're gonna make me throw this away. And that just can't be the side effects of Amanda Seals in the trash. I know you don't have a problem picking up trash, but we're not getting in the trash though. And besides, the CEOs is clowning me. They tell me I got a tarp in my cell. I'm trying to stitch together a parachute and run in the wind and get out of here. So I'm gonna need you to really come and get this. And I appreciate Between the Lines for really coming between the lines and giving us a voice to be heard, because technically without you guys, we are not heard. I also want to give a big thanks to former Governor Jerry Brown, who set the road for rehabilitation. Thank you, a big thanks to Governor Gavin Newsom, who followed in his footsteps, and the California legislators as well, who changed the laws for California youth offenders and understanding the neuroscience of youth offenders and how we act when we're young. And hopefully we can pass a bill or something for life without youth offenders, because they're the exact same thing. And I really want to give a big shout out to Miss Lake, because without Miss Lake, none of this would have ever been possible. So I really want to thank Miss Lake for identifying the problems around here and solving it and making us feel human. And on that note, thank you.
All right, man. There y'all have it. Individuals serving life in prison at a very young age. I can't really get over, for some reason, a young dark-skinned dude that has a LWOP, as he described it, life without the possibility of parole, been down for 5 years, because it's life without the possibility of parole. It's just, and he's so young, but all of them are young. And as you can see, whether you have life without the possibility of parole or 25 years to life, once they put that life sentence on you, it's hard to overcome it. It is hard to get around it. And so the remedy, again, is to never get that life sentence. People with life sentences have been coming home over the past few years, but at first it was extremely difficult for anyone with a life sentence to get from under that life sentence. They're trying to reform and rehabilitate some of these prisons, but it is a work in progress. They are still extremely miserable and extremely violent. And, you know, you can just see, just getting a glimpse of what their life is like back there, that it's not a place that for human consumption. It's not a place for any human being to be, really, period. You know, shout out to them brothers, man. Y'all be strong. And everybody else, man, stay the fuck out. If you out, be happy, be blessed. You are blessed. Count your blessings, and be safe and stay free, people.